What goes on in your mind? What are you thinking about all day? What are the contents of your thoughts? This is very important because it's often very habitual, the way we think. We often think the same thoughts every day, perhaps multiple times a day. And the reason that this is so impactful is because these thoughts that you habitually think dictate the way that you behave. They dictate the way that you interact with the world, interact with people, interact with certain circumstances and situations. And they also dictate the way that you feel in your body. And that can often have a lot of implications for your health. Perhaps you're in a chronic state of fight or flight, and that starts with your mental faculties. Oftentimes that starts with a habit of being stressed out all the time and being quite frantic and hyper aroused. And that keeps you in a state of fight or flight, keeps you in a state of stress. So your body starts to think that it's living its whole life with a saber-toothed tiger beside it, even though it's really just like an annoying coworker that you happen to share a cubicle with. So if you want to start to become aware of what's going on in your mind, if you're not already, then start to have a meditation practice of observing your thoughts. Then there are many, many different types of meditation practices that are going to assist you in creating this habit of being aware of your mental activity. Many different meditation practices have this in common, where the core proponent of it is going to involve having awareness over your mental activity. And this is going to trickle through to your day-to-day life. You'll begin to find yourself having thoughts and then being aware of the fact that you're having those thoughts, and maybe sometimes laugh at yourself, maybe sometimes be curious about the nature of where those thoughts are arising from. But nonetheless, you'll have more awareness over what's going on in your mind, which is great because you can start to catch what does not serve you and shift it. You're going to start to catch a lot of judgment, maybe to yourself or to other people. You're going to catch a lot of limiting beliefs. You'll start to catch patterns of stress. And once you catch all these things, you can do a few things. You can start to immediately just let them go and choose better thoughts. But that's not always going to work in the long run because they're probably coming from somewhere. They're coming from some sort of conditioning, some sort of trauma, and it's not actually in your best interest. So yes, you can catch the negative thoughts, you can catch the thoughts that don't serve you, and you can simply let them go. But if you notice that they keep recurring and keep recurring and keep recurring, you can go and grab the root of the weed and address why you think those thought patterns are there in the first place. And then go about rewiring your whole paradigm, your whole mindset with regard to whatever particular thing that you want to choose better thoughts in relation to. I used to be quite a judgmental person. Internally, I'd be like sticking my nose up at people a lot. And of course, that was just a projection because I would judge myself a lot. And then when I came to recognize that pattern, I came to recognize that mindset, I was able to observe it, recognize where it was coming from, and let it go and shift it. Around the time that I started taking meditation a lot more seriously, I remember I gave somebody the finger in traffic once. And then right after I did that, I think I even yelled like, "Fuck you." And then right after I did that, I immediately started chuckling because I unconsciously let my anger get the best of me and dictate my actions. And as soon as I had done it, I caught it and I had to laugh about it. And I was able to let the anger go because I had that awareness over my mental activity. Now, as time goes on, as you practice more meditation, as you do more self-reflection, you're going to catch the mental activity as it's happening, and you'll be able to release it before you let it unconsciously dictate any of your actions. And this is like a superpower, guys. You become a lot more emotional intelligent, and you become like the master of your own domain. You get to consciously choose your choices rather than letting your software, your programming just be taking control. You can constantly be updating it as it's attempting to run itself. As the coding inside of you, the emotional coding the mental coding is attempting to get run, you can catch it. And if you think, I don't like that actually, you can update it in that moment and not let it dictate your actions. And now you're choosing new ones. Now you're feeling better in your life, in your choices, in your body. Perhaps you're more at peace. You're not in that constant state of like stress and fight or flight that because you were letting these thoughts of stress and anxiety take over and dominate your experience in life. And now that coworker that you found a little bit irritating is no longer feeling like a saber-toothed tiger, which is how your body would have been interpreting that coworker if you let that constant state of stress persist. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. I encourage you to get disciplined about having a daily meditation practice and become very aware of what's going on in your mind. What you think about all day and the way that you think about things is going to dictate so much in your life. So if you don't become very aware of it, you are not really in the driver's seat of your own life. So I encourage you to go ahead, grab the wheel, and not in a neurotic, try to control everything type of way, but consciously choose to be the creator of an experience that you want to have in life. All right, guys, before I end this video, I got a few resources down in the description for you. I have a free life audit workbook that I've made. It's broken down into different sections of your life. You can get clear on what you want out of each facet of your life, and you can go ahead and set goals and break them down into actionable steps that you can then track in the workbook as well. And you can also decide what you want to stop doing in relation to different aspects of your life. So it's a great tool. I recommend you go ahead and get it completely free in the description down below. Also, if you wanted to book a free coaching call with me, there's a booking link in the description down below as well. That's it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.